Hey, welcome to the Replayer Podcast. My name's Pagan, and of course, joining me is my co-host, Dan. Wait.
Hey, hey. What's up, visual listeners?
Yeah. Nailed it. Thank you, Pagan.
Thank you. Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm
It
actually
took me
Dan.
a second.
That's right. Pagan's not awake enough for my joke.
No, I'm not awake enough for your joke. Fuck you and your humor.
Well, I'm glad you
That's
picked
it.
up on it, and I was waiting. I was hoping you were going to get it. But
I
anyways.
swear, when you said, hey, I was like, wait a minute. And then you said, I'm Pagan. I'm like, oh, I see. He's doing a whole bit.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Thank you for
Smooth.
pointing it out.
You're welcome.
Anyways, joining us on a much more relaxed episode of the podcast that we haven't had in a while, we have returning to the show is Josh and Rohan. Hey, guys.
How's it going?
What up? Bring all the energy that Pagan can't.
The crowd
You
goes
sure it's relaxed?
wild.
Anywho, this week
Sure.
on the podcast, we're taking it easy. We're gonna have a nice kind of maybe chill episode. I don't know, but anyways, we got some games that we want to talk about, some things and tangents to have. We asked Josh to come in and talk to us because there's the new Evil Dead game coming out next month, and if
Pretty
you don't know,
excited for
Josh
that.
is a massive fan of Evil Dead as well as Bruce Campbell,
Oh, very cool.
Army of Darkness.
Not sure you
Yes.
can see that comic.
1979.
Yes, and also we brought on Rowan because I know him, like me, have also been playing Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. So we have some plenty of gaming excitement to get into and talk about. Why don't we roll into this upcoming Evil Dead game, which I know myself and Josh have been looking forward to for well over a year.
Oh yeah. Going to be a great PvP for most people. Maybe. And PvE as well if you don't want to play like the trolls. Hopefully.
I like the trolls. So how much do you know about this game, Josh? Like, do you know enough to like kind of give us a breakdown of what to expect?
So I don't know how the gameplay is going to be. I'm going to assume it's going to be like Aliens Fireteam Elite, where you get a certain amount of people, 3 or 4 people in the squad, with special abilities. If you think there's like a leader, warrior, and support member, depending on the characters, and apparently the characters for the hero side is pretty vast. You can
Mm,
play as all different versions of Ash from the movies and the TV show. Scotty from the first movie, which was like, and they got the original voice actor, which I was like,
Oh, really?
what? I think Linda's in there.
Mm.
Pablo, and I forgot what's her name, TV show was, but they're both in there. So there's going to be a lot of characters that you can play as. Oh, King Arthur and Henry
Right.
the Red from Army of Darkness.
I was gonna say I remember
oh,
seeing the
what?
Knights from Army of Darkness in there too.
Yeah, so apparently with the original voice, or the actors, I should say, voice them.
Pagan, do you need any education on Evil Dead right now, or are you
All
familiar
of
with
it.
the
I
series?
don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Are you kidding me? It's
Hey,
hard, right?
education.
I'm out.
Do you know anything, Rowan, about Evil Dead?
Actually,
I know who Bruce Campbell is.
Uh,
And apart from being the best part of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, obviously.
well,
Man and the Legend.
Sam Raimi also did Evil Dead.
did he really?
Yes, he
That's
did.
what that started his career.
Yeah.
No way. In what, like the 80s?
79.
Was that when the first movie came out?
79?
79?
Yep.
Holy mother of
Oh
God.
boy.
Was it Stephen King was a huge fan of the original movie, so that's what also helped him promote the movie as well. To use his quote on how it's a bloody good time or something like that.
Mm.
I'm
doesn't surprise
watching the trailer for like the old film.
For the original film? Oh
And-
boy.
Yeah, for
Oh,
the original
yeah.
film.
The
Scary,
crazy
scary
thing
stuff.
about the whole original trilogy was like the first one was a straight up horror movie.
Yeah.
Gore everywhere, right? Never looked at a number 2 pencil the same way again. And then like once they moved on to the second movie, it got a little funny.
It got
Like,
kind of
there's-
goofy.
It got some goofy
Stop watching.
some comedy, and then like the third movie, Army of Darkness, it kind of went like almost slapstick comedy,
Mhm.
so to speak,
Oh.
with some like amazing one-liners.
Very slapstick. It's extremely slapstick. I was gonna say that too. Like the original movie tries its damnedest to be like a legit horror movie, and like I'm sure if you were just watching the trailer, the Pagan, it's kind of like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
But then you get into the second movie, and Army of Darkness, and it's really goofy. And probably one of my favorite scenes of the Evil Dead 2 was when Ash starts losing his mind, and inanimate objects are coming to life, and he's just like losing it. He's just
Oh yeah,
laughing.
and then like he started bending like the lamp
Yeah, he's
as
like
well with the laugh.
a lamp
Um,
starts laughing at him. Yeah, it
Was it?
gets goofy.
I have bought like almost a lot of different editions of these movies. I may have bought those same movies like 20 times,
Did you
but like
have the
on
Army of
VHS.
Darkness Necronomicon edition?
I did.
I had that too, and I ended up having to like get rid of it because it creeped me out too much.
Yeah, no. What was great was like I have it on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and then I'm upgrading to 4K. So I'm waiting for Army of Darkness to come to 4K, but the first two movies on 4K is like the best looking movie ever.
Really,
Like I
I
was
have to check
surprised at
that
the
out.
picture quality of them.
and this Army of Darkness one, is that the one that's like set in medieval
Yes.
Yes,
times? Oh,
like
okay,
Ash
this is the
gets
right movie
like
then.
time traveled back to Middle Ages.
Okay,
It's
yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, why has he got a watch on? Okay, that
And
makes
then he
sense.
has a robotic hand.
I remember how
Yeah.
I actually came across Evil Dead and why I got into it at a young age, like when I was a teenager. I randomly came across Army of Darkness, I think on the Sci-Fi Channel, not knowing what it was. And it happened to be that scene in the movie where he's in the pit with a deadite and somebody throws him his chainsaw and it's like ka-chink and then he's like ah like
Oh yeah.
chainsawing with his chainsaw arm and my teenage boy brain went whoa like this is amazing and then I
What is that sound?
that is
It's
teenage
Mickey
Dan.
Mouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
I
is
saw it
amazing.
when
Whoa!
I think I saw it when I was 5. My parents ordered it on a
Mm,
premium
Jesus.
channel at the time.
Oh,
a
And it
premium
was like,
channel.
yeah, like HBO where you had to
Okay,
call in to order in,
you're talking about like
like
the old
back in
school
the 90s.
pay-per-view back in the
Yeah.
day.
that when
You had
Okay.
to
you were
call
5?
in. Yeah. But because the movie
Okay.
came out in 94, I believe, and it was like coming into premium cable that you could pay-per-view it.
Mm.
And it was like it was great.
Horrifying.
Now, like when I saw the first OG back in 2000 when I was like 10, I was like, okay, not looking at a number 2 pencil again because
I swear, literally in the trailer, like halfway through the trailer, and I'm like, I can't even watch this trailer. I'm gonna get nightmares. Like, nope. I'm okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not today, Satan.
I mean, I think it
No,
still holds up
thank you.
today compared to most horror movies.
Yeah, it's still pretty damn terrifying.
Yes,
There's some
all the other horror movies that I watch.
yeah, all of them.
Yeah,
There's some fucked up shit in the first movie too that like
yeah,
mm. Anyways,
the
this is not the
trees.
first Evil Dead game. There have been a few Evil Dead games before this one actually. There was one on PlayStation 1 and what, 2, maybe 3 on like PS2?
There
Can't remember.
were 2 on the PS2.
Okay, yep.
There was one in an was it on the Atari system?
Was there? Oh, I
Yeah, it
didn't
was
even know
pretty
that.
bad.
I'm sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But no, I remember the first one I got on the PlayStation 1, Hell to the King. It was
Yeah.
also on Dreamcast. But that
Yeah.
game was unforgiving
That
on
was
the
the one that was kind of
difficulty.
like a Resident Evil clone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, because that was the one on PS1 I played. It felt like a Resident Evil clone, and I remember it being just really hard.
Yeah, it was really unforgiving where you had to cheat
Mm.
with the Game Shark. I'm just saying.
So talk to me about this game then. Have you guys been waiting for this? You said that you've been waiting for this since it was announced, right? From last year?
That's last year, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need a game like this? Are there not enough games like this?
No,
Okay.
never enough.
Okay.
Reason for that is like just to goof off with friends,
Yeah.
you know?
I don't think
Uh,
Josh can get enough of Bruce Campbell in any format
no.
anyway, so
Ever since I like was on stage with him years back, I could say, man, I could die right now. I'll be happy.
And he's doing the voice, like some of the actors are doing the voices, right? You said that before?
Yeah. All the
That
like
is
OG
cool.
actors are coming back to voice them. Also like Aliens Fireteam. Like I know a lot of people are done playing with that game, but no, I still play that with some other people. It's fun.
before we
Madness.
started recording, I was actually complaining to Rowan about how like it still pisses me off that that game doesn't have cross-platform because I want to play it more, but most of my friends are playing on either PC or PlayStation, and I have it for
Mhm.
Xbox, so I can't play it with them, and
Mhm.
it kills me because I want to keep playing Fireteam. I want to play more Aliens, but damn that no crossplay. Like,
Yeah, and I'm not sure if this game's going to have crossplay.
yeah, I hope so. I feel like every game needs to have crossplay. Listen, if MLB the show that was a PlayStation Studios game, still developed by a PlayStation Studios, is now on every platform and has crossplay and cross progression, then everyone can fucking do it. Like, come
It's all
on.
about that money,
I
man.
like that.
True,
Baseball
true.
first, then everything else second.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
great.
Ah,
that's it.
but yeah, I need everything to be crossplay. Just do it, please. Ugh.
Big corporations say no. We want money.
I agree, though. I think crossplay is a very it's a very cool thing to have because I think like my friends and I were playing Halo recently. Someone was playing on the Xbox, another person was playing on PC, and just like it's just so much nicer to have.
Oh yeah.
Like just let it happen, bros. Just shh. Let it happen. Let it happen.
Just don't
Just
fight
let
it.
the multiplayer crossplay happen. Don't fight it. Just happen.
Well, that's definitely like Xbox's initiative. They're making everything crossplay between Xbox and PC. Like all of the new first party Microsoft Studio games are certified Xbox and PC before they ship.
That's
So
awesome.
they have that ability, which is
Yeah, that's
great.
cool.
Because I know Ubisoft is playing with that idea a lot with Rainbow Six,
Mhm.
and that's been pretty fun to play from time to time.
Yeah, Rainbow Six is rolling out. Oh, and For Honor. For Honor is rolling out crossplay soon as well.
Are they?
That's
Yes.
still around.
Yeah. Oh, For Honor is great. Like they've
Oh
made
my
it so
god.
much better than it used to be. Ubisoft has done pretty good with some of their games as a service to make them better than what they were when they first came out, including Rainbow Six. Like Rainbow Six has gotten so much better than it used
Yeah,
to
that's
be.
what I've heard.
Yeah. Like I remember trying it when it first came out, Siege, and it was just like, nope, not for me. And I played all the other Rainbow Six games before then, but now Rainbow Six Siege is way more fun. But yeah, anything needs to be crossplay, all of it.
Yeah, I agree. It just opens up a lot more I don't know, play for people who don't have those kind of things. Like people who don't have the latest Xbox or anything like that. People just have shitty internet on their Xbox and they're like, I have better internet on PC because I don't have a cable or blah blah.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
everyone
plus
can
I love it.
afford to buy every console.
True.
plus it
So
would definitely help out with filling up the lobbies and the multiplayers.
Oh yeah,
true.
true. For sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually, Josh and I, when was that? A while ago, we played the Predator game. We played
Yeah,
Predator, and we were doing
It's a great
crossplay on
game.
PC and PlayStation, weren't we? Because
yeah,
I got it for Epic. I didn't want to buy it
Oh.
on
yeah.
PlayStation,
So
I think
did
at the time.
Andrew.
Yeah, but it
And
was.
And
Mm.
oh yeah,
Predator's the one where you can be Predator and then you're also the soldiers as well, like on a different team.
yep.
No?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another isometric multiplayer game.
It's really good. I think Liam streamed it once on Twitch and I was like, damn, that's a really good game. Like you're either the hunter or the hunted and it's just great.
Mm.
Yeah. Rowan, do you have any interest in this game, like this Evil Dead game? Are you interested at all in like horror games like this?
No, no to horror games. I only heard about the game
We're
today.
best friends,
So
Rowan.
I only heard of the game today.
yeah, I heard of the game today. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'll have a look. And it just reminded me of Evolve and Dead by Daylight and all the other ones. And I was just like it's Evil Dead, sure, but how many people still gonna be playing it?
I mean, like it's
Couple
almost like
years later.
HP Lovecraft a little bit. And didn't you play a certain game, Pagan, that's similar to that, but
I
just
did.
stranger?
I played a game called Lust from Beyond, which is based on H.P. Lovecraft and H.R. Geiger. Geiger? I think it's Geiger. That was fucked up. It was
I
a
bet you.
fucked up little game. It was actually pretty fun though. Like it was enticing because I'm like, well, what fucking happens to him though? Like what happened? Like the story is really interesting. I'm like, well, there's this fucking this whole other world now, apparently. Yeah, it was good. It was fucked up though. So
But you might have fun with this Evil Dead game. I'm just saying, especially
great.
with some friends,
To be fair,
if you have
completely
any.
different style of game, right?
Yeah,
Completely different style of game. This is definitely more. It's giving me Dead by Daylight vibes, like Rowan said. So yeah, I think I would probably have fun playing this game because it's multiplayer, and playing it with friends would be good crack. But I think if they're going to roll out a single person campaign, no, I'm alright. Thanks. I will pay us. Thank you so much. I don't play hard games. You know me. That's the whole. That's my whole shtick. My whole shtick is that I don't like them, and you can't make me play 'em. Yet.
All right. I did a quick pagan Googles and see that the Evil Dead game will support crossplay. So
Hey,
Ooh.
I'm
fantastic.
very happy about that. So I don't have to
Good
worry about
news.
We can play together, Josh. And we can
Woohoo!
try to
Do I want
get
to invite you though?
probably
Jeff
not,
looks
but I'm
so
just
sad
asking
about
if
that.
you
He's like,
can.
Myself and
oh,
Rowan are like, go for it, buddy.
Because you know we're gonna
Take
either
care.
kill each other or leave each other behind like we
I
do
was
in all
like,
those games.
oops, I didn't know you were right in front of me. Sorry I shot you, bro.
Oops.
I mean, I was swinging the chainsaw and you're right next to me. Oops.
Is there friendly
maybe that's
fire?
all.
That's always my first
Mhm.
question when I play a game like this. Is there friendly fire?
I'm pretty sure you can turn it on.
I
There has to
doubt
be a
it.
way.
Yeah, maybe there's a way to turn it on. Actually, yeah,
It's
you're right.
about every game I've played with my friends. It's like, is there friendly fire? Blam!
Yeah,
Oh,
just
yes,
checking.
there is.
Just had to know. Just had to find out. Oh, you're dead? Cool. Well, now we know.
Yep.
Guess we're not playing anymore.
Yeah. Pretty sure you did that to me when we were playing Back 4 Blood.
Oh yeah.
You played Back 4 Blood? We were in the training area and he's like, hey, come over here. And then just shot me. And I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, friendly fire's on. Just
Just so you know.
Oh.
it's only in
Hey,
you
here
gotta,
though. Like it's not out in the world. He's like, it's only in here.
That's a
I was like,
ritual
"Thanks."
though.
It is
You
a
have
you
to
Yeah.
go
gotta
through
get in
that.
It's a
first.
hazing.
Pretty much. It's like, welcome to Back for Blood.
Welcome to Back 4 Blood. Yeah.
I need to rewatch the old Evil Dead movies. It's been ages since I've watched them. Especially Army of
Oh, yeah.
Darkness.
No, thank you. Kill it with
Yeah,
fire.
dude, if you get a 4K, man, highly recommend it.
Yeah. I have
Thank you.
4K. I
Alright.
just gotta get that 4K. I did
4K.
see in
How
one of
about
the
420 FPS, huh?
420 FPS.
Yeah.
No. It's not even 420 anymore.
I know.
It would have been funny if it was
Are you
420.
sad?
Whatever's really shit pixelated. Let's watch it in that. Let's watch
It
an
might
8-bit.
What?
You could give it that,
180p.
like, old school visual
Yeah.
appeal, like, make it look like an old, like, Resident Evil game
Perfect.
Yeah.
with a
I'll watch
demastered.
it then. No, maybe I
It doesn't
will.
make it less scary.
Where you can't see.
Yeah, fuck that then. Never mind.
You can ask Brandy on that. I made
Yeah,
her play
true.
the original Resident Evil, and she lost her mind.
Oh yeah,
Playing.
I would lose my mind playing the original Resident Evil. No, thank you.
I'm very happy to see that this actually has crossplay,
It
though.
has the most amazing voice acting though in the original Resident Evil. Look, Chris, a mansion.
I could quote those games all the time. It never gets old from me. I don't know if
Almost
Pagan
became
is
a Jill
the same.
sandwich.
I have not. I've actually only seen little clips of it.
Hmm.
The Resident Evil gameplay, and I'm like, wow, neat.
What's really good, here's some great trivia
Good
too for
job, buddies.
the original Resident Evil game. The intro cutscene was directed by George Romero, right?
Yeah, he did the commercials for the Japan's live action commercial for 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like there's an opening cutscene that the original edit of the game didn't have that George Romero directed where he got actual actors, dressed them up like their video game counterparts and had them act out this whole scene in the
Oh.
beginning of the game that's all real live action. And then it cuts to really shitty, PS1
Lost
graphics.
of people, yeah.
Don't
I mean, it's all
forget
about the experience. It's the immersion,
yeah.
you know.
Don't forget the starring Chris Redfield.
Oh my god, it's great.
Love
It's the pinnacle of cheese, like chef's kiss of cheese. And it makes
But it
it
was
yeah,
the
even better.
greatest in the
fromage.
90s.
We love a
Yeah.
bit of
I mean,
fromage.
and Evil Dead is that. Like Evil Dead embraces the cheese. Which reminds me, the fact that Sam Raimi did the Spider-Man movies, when you watch Spider-Man 2, the scene when Doc Ock gets his robot arms is
Mhm.
straight up Evil Dead action right there. Like
Yep.
100%. The whole way that that's shot is, or that whole scene is shot and filmed is pulled right out of Evil Dead. The way there's like the spinning saw blade and like the people screaming.
Yep.
That scene is dark in
Like
that
it.
movie.
2 was great though.
What part is
Good
it?
movie. You don't remember that part?
I'm just trying to think. Is it after he's got his arms and he's waking up in the hospital?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. That was. Fuck.
You're like, yeah, that part was terrifying. How fuck?
What movie are you talking about?
Spider-Man 2.
I really don't remember that movie. Wow.
All right, well, go back and watch it, and you'll see.
I guess so.
Guess
Yeah.
we're no longer friends, Pagan. Just
Oh no!
Like-
It was going so well first round.
Like I know for a fact that the new Doctor Strange movie is going to have a lot of Evil Dead type tropes.
Whoa.
Because
That's going to be directed by Sam Raimi
I was
as
gonna
well.
say Sam Raimi is directing that one too, isn't he?
Oh.
Mm.
Interesting. Interesting here. He's come around and like fucking started off with like, horror and is now like, hey, look, Spider-Man, Tom Holland and Doctor
I-
Strange.
I still remember when they announced the Spider-Man movie being directed by Sam Raimi, and I went, "Sam Raimi? Like, what?"
Yeah, and the original Spider-Man movies, obviously, with Sam Raimi. It's an odd turnaround of events for
Well,
Sam.
a lot of directors like that, they started off in like the schlocky B grade sort of horror
Yeah.
stuff, and then
Like a
they
Peter
got
Jackson.
Well,
yeah,
the big thing
True,
and
was
Edgar
true.
Sam
Wright. I think.
Raimi. Sam Raimi was a huge comic book fan growing up. He really
Oh,
wanted to do the movie The Shadow. He was denied of that. Then The Phantom, which is like another 1940s comics, he was denied of that. So he said, "Screw it, I'll make my own superhero," which was Darkman.
man, was The Phantom a
Ah.
fucking animated series?
I
There
remember the
was
movie of The
Feel like
Phantom, and I
there
remember the movie
Billy
is.
for The
Zane.
with
Shadow.
Billy Zane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
heck
Yeah,
yeah. Those were movies I watched
listen
on
to your friend
pay-per-view,
Billy
like,
Zane.
where you had to call in
yeah,
and say, "I wanna watch this movie."
yeah.
No, it was just called
Ironically,
Phantom 2040.
it was based on the same thing.
Oh,
Mm.
really? I used
Yeah,
to watch that. Oh, man, that's a blast from the
was it?
past. I forgot that
Bruce
existed until
Campbell
now.
almost beat Billy Zane for The Phantom,
Uh-huh.
apparently, and I
Billy
think the movie
Zane.
would have been
Oh
a lot
god.
better. That's just me.
Cool, 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 cool,
I'm pretty sure
cool.
you'd be happy to see Bruce Campbell in any role over anyone else.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Miss Bruce
yeah, I
Campbell,
mean, he was hilarious in
all time
Black
ever.
Friday in that recent horror movie.
I haven't seen that yet. I need to watch that. I was really excited for that movie too. I gotta get around to it. Like, I only just recently
It's
watched the
based off
Resident
my
Evil movie.
retail life, well, you know,
Yeah.
in the holidays when I used to work at Best Buy.
Yeah. Been there, done that. Anyways, do we, wanna roll into some more lighter fare, something more Rowan's alley to talk about Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker
Yeah, I
Saga?
mean, we can start talking. I don't think we'll stop, but
Sure.
I
sure.
mean, I feel like you're becoming uncomfortable with the topic of conversation now. We need to move into something a little bit more digestible.
Go
Oh
for it.
no,
You, sir, have been playing the new Lego Star Wars, correct?
yep. So I've done. I started at the very beginning, Phantom Menace. You know, the
That's not the
quintessentially
begin.
George
Yeah, it's the
Lucas.
beginning.
Let's not get into
Chronologically.
this. We're still friends.
Debatable.
We'll just keep it civil.
I'm a fan of release order over chronological order. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with that
Because it's
notion.
for me, it's the same with Halo. I prefer people play Halo in release order rather than chronological
I
order.
agree. I'm the same with like films stuff as well. I would be the same with like Marvel films. I'm like, just watch it in release order rather than chronological. I think it's better. Uh,
Anywho,
Anyway,
continue.
sorry.
Odd one out here. I'll keep going. Um, yeah, so we did play with my brother co-op, so we could punch each other, you know, and just scream at each other as you do.
Nice. Mm.
Yeah, it's the only way to play.
Brotherly. Yeah, I see what you mean. Mhm.
So we played Phantom Menace, finished that, started Clone Wars, still working through Clone Wars, not Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones.
Back of the
Uh,
Clones.
yeah, oops. Um, and then we got like Revenge of the Sith and the other ones that aren't important. Yeah, but, yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's quintessentially the previous games, just gooshed up. That's the right word.
Zhuzhed?
Zhuzhed up.
Gooshed.
Absolutely, it is.
I mean, I'm wearing a collared shirt. I thought I'd better like
That's definitely the. Yeah. That's definitely That's a word.
it's good. Yeah, but I do. I think most of all, I like the tiny little details they get. Like the Lego pieces actually get sand on them, and they like wear down over time.
Yeah, it
And
definitely
that's
improved the graphics as far as a Lego game
mm.
goes.
um, what do you think of the mumble mode?
I haven't
'Cause
tried Mumble Mode yet
What's
on the new.
mumble
I
mode?
So previous Lego games, if you remember Pagan, um, when the
I do.
characters talk, they
Yeah.
only mumble. They don't actually talk. Like
Yeah.
mime stuff out.
they
Yeah.
mimic what is being said,
Yeah.
in the movies or whatever they're based on. So the new Lego Star Wars game has actual dialogue that's all
Oh,
been newly recorded by the actors who play the characters in like the new shows and movies and stuff. So it's not the
Yeah.
okay.
original actors, but they've got like the really good impersonators of Harrison Ford and I think James Earl Jones, as well as like
Okay.
almost every character is done by a different voice actor, not the original actor. And it's all new dialogue. So it's a lot of like the same dialogue, but slightly different with a little bit of extra humor
Mm.
switched into it. But they also included a mumble mode. So it turns off the dialogue entirely and switches it to just a murmur, mumble.
Hmm. Okay.
but I haven't tried it myself yet on the new game.
I had it on for 5 minutes and I had to turn it off. It was
Oh
it was
no, you didn't like it at all?
Wasn't it
no,
supposed to
it,
capture the originalness of the Lego games when they first came out?
I
Yeah,
love the mumble mode in
I
the old
prefer
games.
that. Mm.
yeah, in the old games it's good because I think
It
they had to
captures the
work with the
spirit.
limitation. Yeah, and it's sort of more tell the story visually with as little dialogue as possible. Here it's just feels like a filter they've added on. It's a
Mm,
bit of a
Mm.
shame, but it's all
Oh,
right.
I see.
I
Yeah,
see what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying. Now that being said, too, like in
Mm.
my experience with Lego games, like I was a big fan of them leading up to. I think it was Lord of the Rings was the first game where they stopped doing mumble, but
They
for
started
Lord of
doing
the
voice lines.
Rings, it was one-to-one dialogue. Like they pulled the audio
Mm.
straight from the movies and then
Yeah.
dubbed it to the characters, and it
Yeah, they did
made
that for Avengers as well.
like to me that made the games really dry because it's just the same dialogue. They didn't add in like that extra humor that the mumble mode brought with it,
Yeah,
and I was like, this isn't as fun. I kind of don't like it. And
Mm.
then now with the new one, it's a blend of because it's all new dialogue redone with new voice actors. It keeps the original dialogue, but they can still work in the extra humor, which I
yeah,
actually really enjoy. Like it's pretty funny some of the extra stuff that they work in there. Like there's an ongoing running joke in the Lego Star Wars games where certain characters love drinking coffee and they just
Oh,
always have a cup of coffee at all times or they get really upset if they lose their cup of coffee. Um,
that's cute.
and it's just I think it's great. Like there's the opening scene for A New Hope has it where you're R2D2 and C3PO or Leia and I forget the name
Captain
of
Antilles.
yeah, that's it. They're trying to get to the escape pod or whatever to get away from Darth Vader as he's boarding the ship. And Captain Antilles has got a cup of coffee in the beginning and like he's like really obsessed with his coffee. And it's just like an ongoing joke that they do throughout the series. And I don't know why. That's I feel like that's just the people at the Lego company make that joke because they did that in the Lego movie too, with the just
Ah.
everybody's drinking coffee all the
Mhm.
time because people do
Yeah,
That's how they stay so productive.
how they
Ah,
live
yeah,
the secret
and
to
breathe.
Lego. Yeah. Yeah. I don't
yeah.
like so this before we were recording, we discussed like the Skywalker saga is all of the Lego games, but the original games have also been like a remaster. Is that the correct term? They've just been remastered because I know that Rowan was like zhuzhed up a bit, but I mean, is it like a remaster or did they remake it or
I would say it's a remake is a more appropriate term.
a remake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so I
ground
have
up.
a thing with this. Like, why? Why are they remade? Were they bad? They
Uh,
didn't look bad.
They
hold
were
on.
products of the time in
They're
terms
gonna
of like their
remake
game
Last of Us
mechanics.
1. Come on.
Right, but, like,
Anyways,
I
Wait, are they
I
also
doing
do.
that?
didn't really
Oh,
think of I didn't think that that needs to be remade either, so,
No,
I'm not all
doesn't.
for, like, "Yeah, why didn't you remake it?"
But Pagan,
I'm sad to
money.
say,
But money.
but money,
Money.
though? Do you like money?
Money? What's
Money.
that?
Yeah, true, very true. I'm kinda like, "Ah, but nah, no." Like, I
Okay,
went
fair.
into some fucking other language there, but what I mean to say is that I would be pissed off if I already have those Lego games. And then I was like, "Oh, but there's extra stuff in these n now, but, like, they're basically the same game."
I don't know.
And
I
then
don't
you
have a
buy it in
problem
a
with it.
package.
Huh.
You
It's
don't have
kinda
a
like
problem with it? You're just like, "Oh, fuck it."
well, I'm like in comparison, I'm thinking of like Resident Evil versus Resident Evil Remake. They're the same game, but Remake has more
Well,
to it and it's got better visuals and more mechanics and it makes it better and I enjoy it just as much.
right. When did the first Lego game Star Wars come out?
Early
2003.
2000s, 2005, possibly.
I think it's
2000?
2000. I think it's 2005. It
That's
would have
a
been
random
just
shot in
with
the dark. I
Saga.
don't even know.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Never played the Lego games.
Um, Lego Star Wars. This doesn't tell me anything. Fuck you, StarWars.com, you
But they
jerks.
they definitely improved a lot of things with the remake, with they're
Okay.
taking the levels from the original game, but they've added so much more to it, and there's
Mm,
more mechanics now than the original game had, and
Okay.
the Lego sets are visually represented with way more detail than they were in the old games.
I
Okay,
mean,
yeah, 'cause I mean,
so
Oh, I was gonna say, like, we saw them play it on Couch Soup or Retro Replay as it was at the time for Father Knows
Father Knows
Best with
Best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooper and Nolan, and they looked like fun games. Like, I didn't think that they had to be super high def or anything. Like, they looked fine. So I'm just kind of like, why mess with it? But I suppose if you're gonna add new features and new mechanics, then maybe at least you're giving them something new, and you're not just like
Yeah, it's not a
copy paste.
one-to-one. It's not
Yeah,
like the same
yeah.
game with just new visuals.
I see. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay, I could probably get on board with that.
Yeah, the originals are more level, like just sets of levels isolated from each other, and you can do and collect sort of stuff. And then this is more bring it into the more modern era of gaming, where it's more open world and everything sort of interacts and flows a bit better. Like you get the missions from the open world instead of selecting them. It's all
Hmm.
right. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
it depends what you want to play.
Well, how do you
If you
feel about that, Rowan, the open worldness of the new Lego game
I'm enjoying it for the moment,
for the moment?
but I haven't played it long enough to
I'm
really get
curious because
sick of
I
it.
know you have certain feelings on open world games, so that's where I'm going with that.
Yeah, I have a feeling if I just played the open world, eventually I'd be like, okay, I think I've done enough. And
Mm.
I have a feeling once I get episodes finished and then do some free play, I'll be like, yeah, well, I can like stop and just sort of
Mm.
relax, find something
The-
else.
in retrospect too, I remember I didn't care for Lego Avengers because it was an open world game.
Mm.
Like as soon as I started playing that, and it's like, here's New York City, figure out where you got to go, and I'm like,
Yeah, good luck.
I don't want to do this. I'm not Spider Man. I mean, you can be Spider Man, but I don't
Mm.
want. This is not how I want to play a Lego game. I don't know. It just didn't click with me.
I haven't really
Half
played
this
them, so.
podcast is deeply invested in this conversation. The other two are like, it's just,
The same with the previous conversation, though. Like,
mm,
so
just different
it
people.
just swings and roundabouts, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. Do you have any interest in these games, Josh?
Honestly, not really.
No.
I mean,
Why?
like, I'm
Actually,
not
why?
I don't know. I've never seen the appeal of just playing Legos
Oh,
just
like
in
actual
general.
Legos?
Okay.
Like actual
Okay.
Legos, the game Legos. Like I never really had the
I
appeal
like
for that.
Legos.
Once again, you're talking to a guy that plays a lot more with action figures like the Power Rangers that I
Mm.
mentioned earlier that I've been
True.
on a huge kick on.
Mhm.
And I've just read comics. It's just Legos was like the last thing that was on my mind. So that's why don't really care. I mean, I could say another hot take like Lord of the Rings that you mentioned. As a not really a fan of Lord of the Rings.
All right. It's been it's
Man.
Pagan's got to
Hi,
go now.
Pagan.
Whee! For our visual listeners, Pagan's gone and flipped Josh the bird, and now I'm left alone to deal with this
But it's
mess.
okay. I said it was a hot take, so it
Hot
means
take.
I'm
I mean,
forgetting.
I want to delve more into this. So, like Lord of the Rings, you talking like the entire books themselves? Because I can get on board with this. Like the books
No,
are
I
too
just didn't
long.
really care for the movies.
That's fair. I mean, they are pretty long, and like you got to
Look,
really sit there and watch
I
it.
get it, like why it's like special for a lot of people, like why it's great. My only issue is like I really don't want to sit in a theater for over 3 hours to watch a movie.
Did you
Like
watch the Batman in theaters?
yes, and that was my main
Ah!
complaint with that movie. I had a main complaint of that movie. It's like
All
too
right.
goddamn long, like an hour and a half too long.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with like movies can be too long. Like what was the
Like remember,
DC
was
Justice
it?
League?
Yeah, yeah. Let's not talk about Snyderverse.
Let's not go there.
No, like Kong
Anyways.
with Jack Black
Yeah.
in the movie with Peter Jackson.
That long ass movie.
That was the only movie that I've seen in a long time that came with an intermission, and I feel like, nah, I can't do this.
The original
Can't
Titanic had an intermission too.
I was too young for that.
I
Hello.
really like Kong though. I really like that movie, but I forget how long it is until I
It
watch
was
it.
a
Like,
great
God dang.
movie, but damn, it was long.
Yeah. It's got some
How long
terrifying
was it?
bits in it.
How long was Kong?
Kong?
2.5.
I think
Either
it was
way.
more than 2.5.
20?
Okay.
Yeah. I have to look it up, but it's pretty long.
Yeah, because I've watched Dune recently, and that was long. But it's
Which
still,
movie? Which version? Sorry.
The Peter Jackson Kong from like, was it 2008?
Oh.
2005?
Was it 2005? Oh yeah, because that was right
Yeah,
on the verge
2005,
of
yeah.
Xbox.
Yeah, I was about to say when the 360 came out.
Yeah, because there was the Xbox original and the 360 version of the game.
188 minutes. So
My brain doesn't work in
that's
minutes.
That's
oh,
almost 3 hours.
yeah. Yeah.
That's
That is
just
3
too
Yeah.
hours.
long.
That
Almost
is 3
3.
hours.
It
What
is
am I
3.
thinking of? The
Yeah.
other
3 hours
Zack
and 8
Snyder
minutes.
movie that's too long. Brain farts.
A Zack Snyder movie that's too long?
All of
Does
them.
that
Yes.
sell,
None of
Josh?
them.
Which one?
None of
The
them.
Justice League
Oh, we're
one.
gonna get into this?
I
Or
don't think that I don't think you're
The
thinking of the right
Snyderverse needs to be
person.
in the trash can.
Oof. She's got to go again.
Hey, somebody didn't read my
Pagan, it was
article.
nice seeing you. Yeah. Bye-bye.
I know who didn't read my article.
Oh yeah, Pagan's really into the Snyderverse.
Wait a minute, this is our
It's too
podcast. You
long.
fucking leave. Like, get out of
You
here.
get out of here. This is my house.
So you're
No, it's
telling me
fine.
you
You
didn't read
can,
my
like,
recent
dislike
article?
things.
Nah.
You can dislike things and be wrong.
Which one, Josh? Not the.
As long
You
as you
said
have a
your
civil
recent article was
conversation.
the one about abandoning the
Yeah.
Snyderverse for the buddy cop film, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For
Can you
Booster
explain that?
Gold and
I don't
for
know
Cable.
these characters, so
Go for it.
Which character? Booster
the
Gold?
article, the one that your article's about.
Oh yeah, no. So my article is like pretty much like saying, look, let's just ditch the Snyderverse because we don't need the dark and sadness that Batman and Superman's been portraying every single movie.
Oh no.
And let's go with something more like something more colorful and
Like
hilarious.
what? Like fucking Marvel?
No, I'm talking about like
Please.
Shazam. Shazam was amazing.
Shazam was pretty good. I like Shazam.
And it wasn't like, and what I hate what Zack Snyder films do, he always color dulls or grayscale his films, and I hate it.
Mm.
Comic book movies should not be like that. It needs to
What
be
if-
colorful.
What if the next Batman movie is a return to the Adam
Totally
West?
disagree. Frank Miller.
And how many of his
He
like
had, like,
movies got, or
one,
how
maybe
many of his
two
comics
good-
got adapted to movies?
2,
Well, actually, like there's actually a lot of references
3.
to Frank Miller's Batman in the BVS film.
Oh,
So, she's pulling an actually on you, like actually.
Oh yeah.
glasses, push up.
I can't believe you've said that and you're serious.
And
Like,
once again,
can't
do you
believe-
think I'm a Batman fan, too?
I can't take
No,
anything Josh
no.
says serious.
I actually just can't believe that you've said that superhero films should be fun and colorful and like
No,
and
it
like
shouldn't be as,
Shazam.
it shouldn't be as like, oh, I'm so sad because my parents died, and keep
parents
reminding
did
us every
die.
15 minutes. Every
Oh, spoilers,
15
spoilers.
minutes.
Come on, I didn't
He's
say that.
fucking traumatized. He's got a god
And let me-
complex.
Let
Look
me
at the
make
guy alone.
everything almost not quite as black and white.
What about Adam
Close
West's
to black and
Batman?
white.
Let's bring back Adam West's Batman. The bang,
Oh my
zip,
God.
pow.
I thought that was
Yes.
funny,
I
though.
may have to tell you this, but he died.
Oh, I don't mean Adam
Oh,
West
fuck's
literally.
sake.
Yeah. But that went dark. See, you went
Whoa.
Snyderverse here.
It went back.
That's why no one likes this.
No.
This is a really
Uh.
interesting conversation, though. So I feel like you would rather watch Shazam, a slapstick
Over-
comedy, overly colorful film. Let's just,
Yeah,
let's just this is
Yeah,
and
not
that's
only
there.
that, Not only that, it was
Over
well
something
written.
like BVS. You don't think BVS
No.
was well written? You
No.
don't think like you don't think? Yes, Ron.
My main sort of grievance with this whole Snyder Cut thing, if you have to have so much put on the cutting room floor and then have fans petition to get it back and it's 4 hours long, then it feels like there's some trying to do too much in one film. Just sort of like trim it down, sort of refocus, try and like
Hey Dan,
Yes.
just give us something a bit more focused.
do you know what Joss Whedon did right on the Justice League?
All right, that's it.
He
you guys.
color
You guys are
corrected the
just so
film
fucking-
correctly.
No, he
Oh.
didn't. What is wrong with you people? I am going to come through the fucking computer screen, bust both of you fucking bitches.
I've
What
been
is
sitting here
wrong with you
waiting
people?
to be like, I liked Shazam better than BVS.
Oh,
I
you
did
know
as
what?
well.
Actually, go fuck
Batman
yourselves.
vs Superman.
Why do I even do podcasts with you? people? This is
Aquaman was
ridiculous.
better.
I haven't seen Aquaman.
was
Aquaman
a
is
good
actually
one.
surprisingly pretty good.
It's
Fuck
a
ever
good
heard,
action
though.
film. It's a good.
And it was
adventure
directed by
film.
James Wan, a director I actually respect. Because he
I
did
know, no,
great
to be fair,
movies.
I was not expecting Aquaman to be as good as it was. because I was like really expecting it to be like trash, and then I watched it. I was like, huh,
Oh,
this is
that's
all right actually.
yeah, and
I
I
really
remember
enjoyed this.
how like excited I was for the second Wonder Woman movie, and ooh, that did not turn
I
out
really
I
well.
enjoyed
haven't
the first
seen that
Wonder
yet.
Woman movie, but
I
then I
haven't
heard the
bothered.
second one's really
Don't
bad. So
don't
Yeah,
bother.
I didn't like the first one either, though.
I thought the first one was
mm,
better than I expected.
I liked it up
It's
I
until
like
the
the
good.
first
It's
third
one.
yeah,
act.
better than expected. Probably, yeah. Is probably a better way to think it. But would I watch it all the time? Probably not.
I think I only saw it the one time in theaters, and I've never watched it again.
Okay,
The
movie.
Wonder Woman, but it
It's
was
okay.
good. I enjoyed it.
Better than I expected is probably the better way to describe it. Like it's not one of my favorites. And then I
Yeah,
just didn't like the second one. Actually, I think there's a lot more redeemable qualities about the first Wonder Woman movie. I really like that it was set in the war. I like that there was this whole vibe. It kind of got a bit like, ooh, conspiracy trash take over the world kind of
Mm.
weird vibe, but mostly pretty great. Hmm,
I feel like it had a good, almost like a Captain America esque vibe to it,
yep,
as far as its direction and the way they
like the first
told the
Captain
story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
America.
exactly.
Yeah. Who directed that film?
And
It
I
was a
liked it.
woman, right?
Yes, I
Patty
actually just read
Jenkins.
about how
Something Jenkins.
she was supposed to direct the Thor: Dark World, and
Oh,
ended up
really?
getting
Patty Jenkins,
like
yeah, you're right.
scrapped, and that's why
TRP,
Natalie
yeah.
Portman like bounced out of like Marvel because of that.
Mm.
She bounced up because because Patty
Isn't she
Jenkins wanted to
back to it
produce?
then?
Yeah.
She was supporting the movie being filmed, but it would have been the first superhero movie directed by a woman. But then Marvel backed out of that deal until that's why she went on to make Wonder Woman.
Oh, was this years ago? Or
Yeah,
oh,
this was
Oh,
a
I
that's
see.
while
For
ago.
like
okay.
the original Thor or Thor
The
2?
second
Thor:
Thor,
The
the
Dark
Dark
World,
World.
Thor 2. Ah,
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the Patty.
Patty
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She was
Oh, wow,
supposed to
okay.
be the one to make that film.
Yeah,
This
she's
went in
great,
a
and
whole
to
different
be fair
direction, but I'm enjoying it.
no, to be fair, actually, like, the more I think about Wonder Woman, like, there's definitely redeemable qualities there. I really enjoyed the art department, I really enjoyed the, costumes. It's a good film.
I still seriously want to talk about the idea of a new Batman film that is like the old Adam West Batmans, but not in Adam West. Like, what if they did that? What if they
Like,
rebooted?
comical?
Yeah, like
Just
silly and
really leaned
lighthearted and just
into
goofy. Like, look at Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and how that does a whole different take
It
on Spider-Man.
works, but
Yeah,
that's because it
yeah.
works. I don't think it works for Batman.
I think it could
Well,
be
No,
fun.
I
It worked
think
at the time in the '60s, but, like,
I
it
think
does
they're gonna
not
do
work now.
something like that that I think is gonna fail miserably.
Probably.
Agreed. Yeah,
It's
Unless
yeah,
the
yeah, it
it's
just
one.
doesn't work now.
It's the one where like it has Batman and Superman with their dogs. That CGI movie.
uh,
It's going to be
Mm.
voiced. The dogs are being voiced by Kevin Hart and Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
oh
That's
Go
boy.
right.
figure.
Yeah, 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 some sort of yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I think that
Forgot
thing's
about
going
that.
to be bomb.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. No. I wholeheartedly
But I
disagree
think
with all
Keanu
of your
Reeves is
takes, but
voicing Batman in that movie though.
I'm alright with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him.
I'm still not all right with Zack Snyder though.
Okay. You're an idiot.
The
That's
only
okay.
movies he made good were
That's
zombie
rude. I shouldn't
movies.
have called you an idiot. You are entitled to your wrong opinion. That's fine.
I agree with the zombie movies take though. I think those are his best movies.
Yeah.
They're my favorites of
Zombie
his
movies are
at
so
least.
good.
I need to rewatch Sucker Punch. I remember liking that, but it's been a while.
I
Okay, I
haven't
didn't-
watched
I didn't
Sucker
like
Punch,
Sucker
but a lot
Punch.
of a lot of Sucker Punch was influenced by the producers. There's a lot of Sucker Punch that he was like, "This isn't how this is. Like, this is like I want to do it this way because it's based on a comic or whatever." And then the
Mm.
producer's like, "No, but what if we did it this way?" Yeah, yeah, you're right. I think we should do it this way. Zach, fuck you. Do it this way. And he's like, so that's I think why his it's probably his most hated film or least liked film because
Could
there was
be.
a lot
Yeah.
of people who were like, "But you didn't do this," and he's like, "I fucking tried."
Yeah.
I know
Fucking
Ash would
studio
say
sucks.
differently.
Ash.
Really?
Yeah, he
Well,
loves that
That's
movie.
we'll have to bring
I just
Ash back on for
I
that.
think in general though, like fans in general, that's his least liked film.
Hmm.
No,
No?
I,
What
My
I think
least
it was,
I
liked
mean,
one was
we all know
BVS.
what's my least liked film is anyway. So, Justice League. Excuse me.
Fuck you.
I love that this is going to be the
Listen,
highest number of
I feel like
awkward
you've done this
silences on the podcast.
you've done this to yourself. You've literally said on audio that you prefer Shazam over like BVS
Yeah,
and the Justice League in
I
because it
general,
was
right?
agree, though.
written
Any of those
better.
films.
It was filmed better. The characters are more likable. There's chemistry. There was no chemistry between any of BVS whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'll
I
join you on this
agree
hill,
with
Josh.
Josh, honestly. I totally enjoyed Shazam. I was like, "Wow, this is such a great, fun,
Mark
entertaining
Strong,
film."
best villain.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, Mark Strong plays great villains. Like, get him in there more.
Speaking
I
of
do
John,
enjoy Shazam. Like
I
whenever I
all
can
I can
give.
say, Pagan, is I feel like you hate fun, and you just hate
I thought
fun.
Shazam
no,
was
I
going to be
enjoy
a horrible
fun. I just
movie.
prefer better movies.
I thought Shazam was going to be a horrible movie. It's like, nah, this was way better than the Justice League and BVS.
Ah,
I don't have anything else to say other than
Okay,
I completely agree.
do you want a positive Zack Snyder remark? I'll give you a positive one. The
What?
only thing that he did right was the casting of Superman.
Uh,
I mean, I
That's
love
the
Henry Cavill, so
We're
I
fine
was
about
about
this.
to say
I enjoyed
I-
him more in Mission Impossible, to be honest. I think he got a lot more
where he
range to
reloads his
work with.
hands to like beat people up.
Honestly, that was great though. What a great scene.
Just, yeah.
He's
Oh,
fucking
that's.
class. I really enjoyed him in The Man from Nowhere. Not The
mm,
Man from Nowhere.
I haven't
Man
seen
from
that.
Uncle.
Man from Uncle, yeah, I just
yeah.
Man
watched
from
that
Uncle
recent.
with Army
Phenomenal
Hammer.
movie.
Such a great movie, and they've
Too
done
bad.
so well. And I think like that was like I was I was like that's his audition for Bond. You know what I mean? Like he is like the suave American in this, but he's like
Damn
English.
shame there won't be a
And
sequel to that movie.
yeah, well, I loved it so much. It's such a good film. I thought there should be
No,
a sequel, but
no, there won't be because of Arnie
what?
Hammer.
Oh right. Well, I can fucking get somebody else instead of Army Hammer. Fuck him.
I'm
Mm.
just saying. But he was the hilarious Russian guy,
I know it was very good. He had very good chemistry as well with
which
and
Justice League and BVS never had.
something else.
You just keep twisting
Um
the knife, don't you?
That's
Like,
how Josh
Sorry, I'm
rolls,
just
dude. That's how
ignoring it
Josh
now.
rolls.
Honestly, I just think like you're digging your own hole. You
I'm
literally
doing
said it
it
on
for the
audio. I'm like,
bits.
bro. Um, oh,
Commit to
fuck,
the
what was
bit.
her name?
Good old fashioned.
Alicia Vikander.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
the
she
Alicia
played
one who played
Vikander.
as Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they had
I
really
thought
good
that was a
chemistry in
good.
Man from Uncle.
I thought that was a good movie too. Tomb Raider.
I
No,
hated it the first time I saw
no,
it, and then
no,
I
no,
watched it again, and I
no.
was like, I could probably get on board with this. Like, I'm just like, if you just let it be, you're like, oh yeah, this is okay. Is it a great game to film adaptation? No,
No,
it's not.
it's not even a good action adventure film. It's like every single trope of the action
All the
adventure is like
tropes.
tick, tick,
That's
tick,
actually
tick.
true. That's true.
It's so frustrating to watch. There's
Like a
nothing
parody itself.
like
Yeah.
there's nothing
You're like
I'm
you're not
screaming
kind
at
of
the
like
screen, like, surprise me, damn it.
I get it.
there's
I get a
something
little bit
different.
irked about that by not casting a British actress, and I think that's a horrible thing to say ultimately because it's like you're an actor. It doesn't matter like what color or anything like that. Like you, whatever background you come from, it should be fine to just go in and do whatever. And I actually don't even know where she's from. Is she from Netherlands?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't
I just
I
find
don't
like
want to say anything, but
her accent is like just so slightly off, and I'm
Mm.
like that really pisses me off because you know Lara Croft is just supposed to be English, like quintessentially British. And
Mm.
I was like, "Oh, I'm a little disappointed, but goddamn, did she do it well?" Like what she had to work with and her body, the training she went through to do all that, fucking props to her, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
she
I was just
clearly
a
put
bit
it into it.
disappointed when she was announced as cast. I was like, but there are probably so many, so many talented unknown British actors that you could have just picked that would have been perfect. Oh well, is what it is.
All I have to say is I still think Sonic 2 is one of the best video game movies I've ever seen.
I haven't watched
I haven't
Sonic
seen
2
that
yet.
yet.
Everybody
I'm
tells
gonna
me
watch it.
this.
It's
I
The
so
Sonic
enjoyed the first
movies.
one.
good. And
The
you talk
first one
about
was good.
the first one was really good. The second one's even better. I don't know how, but it's even better. And when you talk about like tropes in a movies, it does a really good job of not being full of tropes. And I think that's what makes it so great. And the humor that they bring into it with the writing as well as like classic video game references, like,
Hmm.
oh, there's so many good ones. There's so many good references. Um, and then like the way Jim Carrey embodies Dr. Robotnik, and then Ben Schwartz doing Sonic, and he got to do one reference to his character from Parks and Recreation. It's so good. Like, there's so many little references. There's so many great writing in it. Like, I can't praise it enough. It's so good. There's a part where Dr. Robotnik is like, "All right, put on my Destroy the World playlist," and it starts playing Pantera, and you're just like, "What?" Like, it's so out there.
That's
There's a
great.
ridiculous dance-off scene that's so for kids, but it's still entertaining for adults for some reason because it's so ridiculous. Anyways, I digress. I think it's about time we wrap up this tangent-filled podcast of
It
I
was
don't
so
even
out of
know
So
tangents.
what.
it wasn't chill.
It
Yeah, I don't know.
actually
Supposed to
turned
be?
out to be less chill
Yeah,
than I
you made
thought it would
Pagan
be.
walk off twice.
Can we never have Josh on the show?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're,
he's
we're
still
no
here.
longer
Never
friends
mind.
anymore.
We'll
Like,
discuss this later.
Damn, we got to talk after the show.
Rowan
You-
can come back anytime he wants.
Bam. Josh is
Mm.
like,
Yeah.
yes.
Josh can only come back when I'm not here.
Oh, cool. And I'll still say the same things.
Yeah.
So you can watch the
That's
replay.
fine. No,
You
I
know,
won't watch it. Don't worry
that's like
about
Josh's whole move. He
it.
knows what people's buttons are, and he just like can't stop.
What? I would never do such a thing.
What? No
Ever.
way.
What?
What?
Well, I know Josh's button too. The Claire's crossbow. Bolt rifle.
You liar. Quit
Anyways,
lying.
do you want to take us out, Pagan, or do you want me to finish this out?
Sure. I'll do you. Thank you very much for
Perfect.
You're welcome.
confident. Nice. I like it.
Thank you so much for listening today. If you're listening over on couchsoup.com, and if you're not going over there, you can go over there and listen to us while you're reading some of the amazing articles. Again, couchsoup.com. You can email us at the replayerpodcast@gmail.com if you have any suggestions or if you'd like us to discuss anything on the show. And if you would like to see us in on the screen, you can check out the YouTube channel as well.
That'd be great. Go check
I'm
out the-
Dan. That's Pagan. That's
Thank you.
been Josh and Rohan. Thank you so much.
Real people.
Yeah, bro people. Game over, folks.